Best scene of FEI by James C. Peters. Exterior aloft later. Eric increases his throttle and bang, a piece of the propeller flies off, hits a wire support. It flies loose, exterior on the airstrip, continuous. Tom hears the roar of the engine above. He shades his eyes, peers upward. He gasps as pieces of something fly off.
Eric, what's going on? Oh no!
He watches in horror as the plane falls, faster, faster. A wing collapses and the airplane slams to the ground and a cloud of dust bursts into flames. Terrified, Tom runs, slow-mo. He can't get there fast enough.
No! Tan Chao, no! No!
Exterior crash site. A minute later, the wreckage ablaze. Eric screams. Tom plunges into the flames of hell. He yells in pain, falls back, shakes his burned hands.
Eric! Eric! I'm here!
He jumps in again, finds Eric. Eric cries out as Tom grabs his arm. Flames lick at his face and hands. He screams in pain, drags Eric out of the rubble, pulls him away, just as, boom, fuel tank explodes, knocks him down, debris scatters for yards. Tom sits up, breathes heavily, struggles to all fours over Eric's smoky body. Desperate, he peers into his face.
Eric! Eric!
On Eric's face, no eyebrows, hair smoldering, lacerations, blood trickles from his mouth. He moans. Tom pulls his friend into his lap, holds him, screams at the heavens. Then he stops, panting, startles. He sees a figure before him in the smoke, the shaman, intense, angry, pointing at him. The symbol gongs. He's gone. Interior hospital, day. Dark room. Tom stands alone. Bandaged hands cover his face. Shoulders shake with grief. Nearby, Eric's body, now covered with a sheet. Tom sees two soldiers at the door. They march toward him, disarm him, escort him away. His shouts echo in the hallway.
What is this? Let go of me, no!
Interior, Colonel Pow's office, day. Tom stands at attention while Colonel Pow paces the floor. The two soldiers stand guard on either side of Tom. Governor Hung Bo enters as Pow shrills.
I will execute you for this, Wu! My FEI is destroyed!
On Tom, emotionless, it doesn't matter anymore. Nothing matters. He trembles visibly.
You wear a hole in the floor, Colonel. We lose a machine, but Major Wu loses a good friend. So do I.
Colonel Pow stops for a moment, then resumes pacing.
We can replace people. How will I replace my FEI?
We will build more.
So now I only have 5 airplanes in my army.
Points at Tom.
And this one wishes to take Tan Chao to America.
Then perhaps we should allow him to go. He must take his friend to his family. The decent thing to do. Our tradition demands it.
Very well. I will execute him later.
Tom's face is sadder than fearful. Hung Bo takes him by the arm, calmly conducts him to the door. Exterior Hung Bo Villa, day. Porters load a long wooden box and baggage onto a horse-drawn wagon. Tom and Hung Bo watch nearby. Tom, in Chinese clothing now, looks defeated, sadder than sad. He turns to the governor.
I failed miserably here, Excellency. I should tell you that I cannot come back.
You have failed at nothing, my young friend. Do not give up on yourself, and don't give up on me.
I don't know if I can continue on.
Do not trouble yourself with Colonel Pow. Confucius says, grass must bend when the wind blows through it. Go now, my son. But I truly hope you will come back. I need you here. I grow old, and I want to enjoy your wedding in my courtyard and your children on my knee.
Tom's eyes fill with tears. He bows his head.
Wu Xian, together we will build our aerial force. No one can do it but you.
Tom wipes his eyes, gazes with respect at him, turns to climb aboard the wagon. Hung Bo watches grimly as it pulls away. Exterior, interior city, telegraph office, day. Tom submits a piece of paper to the clerk, pays him. Exterior at sea, dawn. Gray day, Japanese ocean liner Chiyomaru steams through troubled seas. Exterior deck, day. Rain falls. Tom stands alone at the rail over rough gray water, his suit and hair sopping wet. He doesn't move. Match cut to exterior deck, dusk. The ship plows through dark seas now. Tom still stands alone at the same rail, stares at dark waves and whitecaps below. Sheets of rain barrage him. Crewmen in heavy rain gear haul him inside. Exterior main deck, day. Gray drizzle. Tom watches fellow passengers as they stream off the ship. A white uniformed officer stands at the ramp, bows as they depart. Super, San Francisco, 3 weeks later. Tom watches 4 men carry Eric's coffin down the ramp.
Major Wu, telegram for you, sir.
Tom turns to the officer, who hands it to him, bows, exit. Tom opens, reads it.
Major Wu, arrangements made to pick up Tan Chao's body. Stop. Do not come here. Stop. You destroyed my family. End.
Tom crumples the paper, hurls it away. Interior Immigration Service, waiting room, day. Tom waits in line with others. He hands his passport to an official with an impossibly huge nose. He looks at Tom.
I'm sorry, sir, but you can't re-enter the United States.
Sir, something's wrong.
You cannot re-enter the United States.
But I'm an American citizen, born here in Chinatown. My parents live in Los Angeles. We lost everything in the big earthquake.
Federal regulations prohibit Chinese from entering the United States for any reason.
But I'm an American. You can't do this. America's my home. I have a right to be here as much as you do.
Official turns to walk away. Tom yells after him.
America never wanted me here. Am I really American? I have no proof. I am a foreigner here and a foreigner in China. So I'll go back to China and pretend I belong there. At least they want me there. And I'll make a home there and be the best Chinaman and the best pilot in the world.
Spent, he breathes heavily, sees the startled faces of other travelers. One person applauds slowly, an elderly Asian. Exterior docks, dusk, sunset, orange glow on distant water, and the Shoyu Maru. Tom hands his papers to the officer at the gangway. He looks them over, hands them back to him, bows.
Welcome aboard again, Major Wu. It is good that you go now, before the war reaches China. This is our last voyage to Hong Kong, I believe.
Tom nods at him, pockets the paper, picks up his bags. He stares back at his homeland, then starts up the gangway.
Tom, Wu Chen!
He turns. Joan moves slowly to him. Smiles through her tears. They stop to take each other in. Joan's face, taut and narrow, her frame thin.
I always look terrible when I cry.
There's nothing terrible about you, Joan Tenji.
They laugh through their tears. She hugs him. He holds her tenderly. They separate, gaze at each other. She gasps, points at his bandages.
Your hands!